What's up, conscious creators? It's Alex here, and in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can reprogram your subconscious mind so you can liberate yourself from the mental programs that are holding you back from achieving what you want in your life and start creating what really means the most to you from a place of deeper confidence and with a sense of ease and flow. And the reason I'd really love you to pay close attention to this video is I'm going to be sharing a crucial key that nearly all coaches and personal development mentors miss out when it comes to this. The key that stops you from trying to brute force new beliefs into your mind and enables you to transcend much of your conditioning altogether. So stick around. Have you ever wondered why so many people don't try to create the life of their dreams, or try to create that life of meaning and positive contribution for themselves? How so many people get to their older years realizing they'd never tried to manifest what's really closest to their heart, and how so many of those who do start working on what really means the most to them end up slowing down, riddled with self-doubt, or becoming completely defeated and giving up altogether. Perhaps some of these things, or all of these things, are happening to you. And so in this video, I'm going to give you one of the major keys to breaking this cycle and instead create a positive upward spiral towards the vision you have for your life and the contribution you want to add to the world. Now, the first thing we need to understand the answer to is, what is the subconscious mind anyway? The subconscious mind is the part of the mind we aren't currently conscious of at this moment, and that we aren't currently aware of. And it's theorized that it makes up the majority of the totality of mind. You see images representing it as an iceberg, with the conscious mind, that which we are currently aware of, including our thoughts, represented as the top portion of the iceberg above water, constituting only a small percentage of the rest of the iceberg, which is below water, representing the subconscious mind and all that we're not currently aware of at this moment. And within the vast scope of the subconscious mind is much of our programming and our habits and our beliefs and stored knowledge and memories. It's where the subconscious processing goes on as we integrate what we've learned and experienced. And it stores the values and principles and beliefs that guide and influence us, all of our past conditioning. And every so often, that conditioning arises from the subconscious mind into the conscious mind and takes the form of thoughts, some of which are useful and many of which aren't. At the end of the day, much of it evolved to protect you. But as you can see now, a lot of it is useless, and identification with these thoughts prevents you from taking consistent action to your desired future. Let's say you're learning a new skill, like painting or playing a musical instrument, or even let's say you go to start a project or a business. Inevitably, there's going to be challenges along the way, right? There's going to be new things you need to learn, new habits you need to build upon, and new skills that you need to hone down. And maybe you've never done anything like this before. Maybe you're used to living life a certain way, doing a certain job and having certain hobbies, and you'd almost need to develop a whole new personality in order for this dream to manifest. So you begin to work on this thing, running high off that initial spark of excitement that got you started. And then these thoughts start to pop up, like, who am I to do this? What I'm doing here is just rubbish, it's just crap. I'm never going to finish this. I'm never going to make it. This is never going to amount to anything. You know, it's better to play it safe and do the conventional thing. Or, I'm terrible with money. I've never managed to save a penny in my life. People like me just don't earn a lot of money. Or, I'm terrible organizing. I'd have to deal with all this paperwork and schedulers, and I just can't get my head around any of it. I'm really not intelligent enough for this. I don't come from a very academic family. I'm a creative type. People like me just don't do business. My brain's just not wired for it. Just who do I think I am to do this? And all these thoughts are coming from your past conditioning, something you've heard somewhere, something you got told by parents, peers, your role models or idols, a belief that you've built up over years, or a belief you decided to take on in order to protect yourself, but that no longer serves you. There's even conditioning that goes back to the dawn of humanity. The things our parents or peers said to us that informed our beliefs were told to by their parents and their parents. Collective conditioning about who we are and what we're apparently capable of. These beliefs surface as thoughts which often have an emotion attached to them, and we program ourselves to seek evidence for these beliefs. We notice all the mistakes we're making, or where things aren't really working out, and see that as evidence as to why this business or project will never work. Instead of celebrating our successes, thoughts of how we're not good enough start to dominate, how growth is slow, how building momentum is too challenging, or those people who said it isn't possible or criticize your plans before you've even started. And then this generates more suffering, solidifies these hindering beliefs into the subconscious mind even further, and you end up discouraged, feeling like progress is slow or panicking and giving up altogether. But here's the key. In order to transcend these beliefs, in order for these thoughts to lose their power over you, you have to break the personal identification with them. Now, what do I mean by that? You have thoughts that appear within awareness, and most people constantly identify with a sense of self in their thoughts. The thoughts tell a story about I. There's a me in the stories. I'm no good at this. It's never going to work out for me. And following those thoughts as if they are you is identification with them. You mistake yourself to be the thoughts. You feel subjected to the emotions associated with the thoughts, and you end up acting out the behaviors associated with them. So you need to break the constant identification with thought, and that comes through a realization. A realization that's fundamental to mindfulness, spirituality, or any meaningful personal growth. That you are not your thoughts. That they are an aspect of you, but not who you are at the deepest level. It comes with noticing that you are aware, you are that awareness, and that thoughts and emotions arise and fall within awareness. Begin noticing that thoughts arise in awareness and then dissolve. They come and then they go. But between two thoughts, you're still there. You're still aware. And as you stay in that awareness, you're able to observe your thoughts more impersonally. You don't have to believe all of them or take all of them so seriously. You begin to disentangle thought from awareness. You realize that there's a kind of presence, a kind of stillness that underlies thoughts and emotions. Another metaphor that can be useful is you become the space that contains your thoughts and emotions, noticing how they temporarily occupy the space for some time, but then dissipate without having left a mark on it. It's what those who meditate often begin to notice. And along with staying present and aware, having a regular meditation practice is going to help you with this. It's going to help you catch the thoughts and emotions before you identify with them, before you get lost in them and then they take you over. Because, of course, sometimes you're going to forget. Sometimes a thought arises and you end up following it for a while before you realize what you've done. Perhaps even a strong emotion associated with the thoughts arises and takes you over for a while and takes you out of that presence. But with this realization as the foundation and with practice, you will find yourself present more often. You make your home as awareness, and all the old past conditioning and programming starts to lose its power over you. Faulty beliefs and useless thoughts and latent emotions stored within the subconscious mind have some momentum to them, and from time to time they may appear within your conscious awareness when triggered by something. But you're no longer investing all of your energy into them. You're no longer refueling them and causing them to lodge even further into your subconscious mind. You're able to watch them arise and eventually dissipate. You're taking your power back, and you're now able to choose new, more empowering thoughts and beliefs. You're able to tap into the innate intuition within and start connecting with what actually lights you up. Remembering why you got into this in the first place. Remembering why you feel compelled to do it. What you're trying to create. Who you're trying to serve. And the joy that others will miss out on if you don't create, or the suffering others will endure if you don't serve. You're able to realize the negative thoughts about what's not possible are just surface level conditioning, and that there's something deeper within you that wants to create, wants to contribute without old baggage holding you back, and that wants to experience fun and joy in the process. And now this is where you really start to reverse the negative process and reprogram your subconscious mind with the attitudes, beliefs, and values that are really going to serve you on this journey. The way you do this is by staying present, aware as much as possible, staying as awareness. And as you begin to further rest in awareness, you can notice the things that are going well. Noticing how working towards this thing, trying to create this thing in your life or have this positive impact is often enjoyable when you decline to believe all the negative thoughts surrounding it. Noticing the progress that you have made. Noticing any times people have complimented your work or have encouraged you. Remembering the impact you've had on someone, even if it seems tiny. You can notice where you made that mistake, but how you've learned from it and how you're now able to course correct, and how this is an essential part of any journey to any kind of meaningful success. Noticing what you've learned and how you're able to apply it in your next iteration. Even if it seems small progress, a small impact, or a small passing comment, as you notice these things, you're building up evidence and building up the belief and conviction that it is working, that you are making progress, and that you're taking steps towards what you want to create. And every step is one step closer. And as you notice these things, you're generating more positive emotions, and you're associating these positive emotions with the empowering things that you're noticing or thinking about. You're reprogramming your subconscious mind for more empowering beliefs. You're conditioning yourself for a habit of noticing successes and opportunities, which will lead you to more successes and more opportunities, so you can create more of what you want in your life and have a positive impact on the world with a sense of ease and flow, because that's what we're all about on this channel. So if you want more of that, including other ways to reprogram your subconscious mind and other pointers towards awareness, of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit all as you hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on any new videos helping you with conscious personal growth. Peace.